Look! Up in the sky! It's a car! No, it's a plane! Wait a minute! It's turbo tracks! This is Like It's 1985, and this is my review of Transformers Reveal the Shield Turbo Tracks. And I like this figure because it's a nice Generation 1 homage to Generation 1 tracks with the dark blue colors and the familiar looking design on the hood. Excellent job. I love that. Let's go ahead and take a look at the car mode here. Pretty nicely detailed, as you can see. And we can take a look at the bottom here. The only problem I had was transforming it back from robot mode back to car mode. Sometimes this back section does not always want to sit quite well, and so there can be quite a big gap there. This doesn't look too bad actually, but it is sort of a problem. Other than that though, it's a really nice figure. It does have a flight mode, which I can show you real quick here. Basically what you want to do is you want to take this back section, pop it open, and you can see there's a gray panel here. You want to rotate this out of the way temporarily. Now there's a panel right here that does rotate. As you see, if we can push it in here, it rotates out. And then what you can do, you take the doors, well actually, take these missiles, take them out, set them to the side for now, and you want to open up the doors here, and they rotate down like that. And you want to take out the little wing tip here, then come back up here, fold this panel back in, and you just basically want to close this back section up again. And then you want to take the missiles here and attach them to the back. There's a little slot there, as you can see. It just goes on these two pegs here. And there is flight mode for turbo tracks. Now you can, if you want to, whoops. Now you can, if you want to, rotate these wheels down. These actually have that capability. They can rotate down like this, and as you can see, it makes more sense to have these like this when you're in flight mode. Oops. But it's kind of up to you. But the problem with flight mode, of course, is that you're using the problem with flight mode, of course, is you're using the door here as the wing, and so when you do that, it leaves a big gap here. Alright, so let's take a look at the transformation into robot mode. I'll go ahead and fold these up back now. I'm going to take these off. I'm going to take this back section here, and I'm going to rotate this panel back around like that. What you want to do is you're going to take this gray panel again and rotate that out like that. Here's the weapon that Trax holds in his robot mode. So we'll unpeg that and set it to the side. And it's pegged in there pretty well, you can see. So we'll start with the legs and the feet. I'll split the legs apart. And what you want to make sure you do is you grab onto each leg and fully extend the legs out. Otherwise, you're going to have a very short turbo tracks. And then take the waist, rotate it around. Here are the feet, and before you actually try to bring down the feet, you want to loosen this up. And as you can see, when you fold it back, it automatically folds the foot down as well. So up top here, you can see back here there's the little slider mechanism. You want to make sure you have this all the way pulled to the outside position like that, and make sure you rotate up this section here. It's going to rotate up to about a 45-degree angle, as you can see there. You can see the difference. Rotate up. Come around here. And actually these wheels need to go forward again. Take out the shoulders, like so. Rotate the elbows around. Rotate the hands. Go ahead and take out the winglets here. Now, you can see his head's right there, but it's down low. As you can see down here, once you push up on this, what it's going to do, of course the head's going to pop up, but also the shoulders will pop out a little bit, as you'll see in just a second here. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can show this on camera. What I'm doing, I'm just pushing up on this. You can see the shoulders start to come out. And you want to make sure it's all the way up. It's actually not all the way up right now. You got to like that, make sure it's all the way up until you hear it like snap in place like you just did there. This panel gets folded back down. I'm going to take this. There's a little tab that goes into those slots there, right there. And they should just tab pretty securely in place. And now it's just a matter of situating all the wings, getting everything looking good. And here is TurboTrax in his robot mode, looking really nice, looking very Generation 1 inspired. And I'll go ahead and give you a little 360 action here. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at articulation. As we look at the head here, the head's on a swivel joint, the shoulders are on a ball joint. There is a swivel at the arm right there, bend at the elbow, articulation at the wrists. There is waist articulation, ball jointed hips, a bend and a swivel at the knee. And my favorite part of the articulation is the feet and the ankles. You can see there's a ball joint connecting the ankle to the foot. And what that does, as you pose the figure, like if you were to spread his legs apart like this, the foot itself actually stays flat on the ground due to that ball joint. I can show you right there, which is really nice. That's a great feature, a great point of articulation for this figure. It allows you a lot of posability options, but like I say, it keeps the feet flat on the ground like that. Alright, so let's take a look at the weapons. You do have these two missiles like I showed you before. They clip onto these little bars here. And as you can see, you can rotate them up, and you have a wide range of posability with these as well. Or you can have them just pointing straight ahead like that. I kind of like them pointing up in the air though. And then you have his handheld weapon, just folded out like this. There's a grip there, and you just simply put it in his hand. Oops. As you can see right there. So real quickly, I wanted to address the transformation from robot back into vehicle mode. It's straightforward up until this point here. As you can see, I've got the front part of the vehicle completely transformed, and you'll be able to do that no problem. It's relatively straightforward. Now, putting the arms into the back of the vehicle is kind of tricky. What you got to look for is on the forearm, there is a recessed area, and I'll show you that right now. That recessed area right there needs to match up with a tab on the back of the vehicle right there, and they mesh together, and if they don't mesh together properly, the rear section of the vehicle is not going to close up. You're going to have some clearance issues. So make sure you get the arms securely tabbed into the back of the vehicle as I'm showing you right now, and you should have no problems getting the rear section of the vehicle to close up. So this is a really nice Transformers figure. I like it a lot, and the reasons I like it, of course, because first of all, it has a very nice alt mode with the sports car mode, and of course, it's a nice homage to Generation 1 Trax, the toy that came out back in the late 80s. So fantastic for those two reasons. I really like the fact that Hasbro released this Generations Reveal the Shield line, and whoever pushed that idea through at Hasbro definitely deserves a raise. Whoever designed these products definitely deserves a raise. Way to go, Hasbro. I just can't say enough about these Generations Reveal the Shield Transformers. They're really, really nice. And I'm looking forward to even better figures in the future. So with that said, this has been my review of Transformers Reveal the Shield Turbo Trax.